don't know what happened.
A couple goes. Priest upside down. He's barrel rolling through the ground. The outside, that's right there. It's still contact. Oh, upside down.
And the 1991 winner of the Daytona 500 is Ernie Irvan, the Morgan McClure Chevrolet.
Now we'll hit him with the honk.
That was a little bit of technical difficulties, by the way. It threw the video off on my screen. I didn't know if it threw it off on yours too, and I had to just kind of like restart it.
Oh yeah, we were here. We were back in studio. It's all right. It happens.
Yeah, we're working out some kinks. This is Are you like how was your 4th of July? Because
It was good. We chilled at home. Everybody came over here. We made a quick dinner. Everybody was out by the time it got late, and I literally laid on the couch and watched the O'Reilly race on the back porch.
oh, nice. Yeah, I'm a little more hungover, but you know what better way to spend a morning after the 4th of July and drinking half your body weight in alcohol than let's do some podcasting the morning after. That's America, baby.
We were live this morning. That was my first question when AJ's like, "Where's Travis?" I was like, "I should probably text him."
Yeah, but you know, we got responsibilities such as podcasting, and we commit to them here, man, because this is America. The Clean Air Show 250, if you would.
Appreciate you joining me. AJ's off doing daddy things today, so he's in the chat with us. He's hanging out. He might pop in, but appreciate you filling in for him today on looks like it's a rainy Sunday where you are too.
Yeah, we had some big thunder this morning. Kind of woke me up, which was a good thing anyway, because I had to get up and there's some big thunder and lightning rolling through. But it's good now. It's clearing up.
Did you watch that O'Reilly race last night?
I did not. No, I didn't get to see it at all. I saw Chase came in second. I was kind of keeping tabs on it, hoping he could get it. But that's Brandon Jones' first win of the year, right?
Yeah. I'll give you the highlights. Stage 1 was caution free. Stage 2 was caution free. Stage 3, I don't know. I fell asleep. Brandon Jones won.
Okay.
Well, it really, there was it was a decent race. What I did watch, it was okay. Racing was good, but Chase kind of got screwed on pit stops. Jeremy Clements lost a wheel, and Chase was pitted right in front of him. And when they pitted it held Chase up from getting in his box. So he lost positions on pit road. But,
damn. Yeah, that's yeah. Well, that's good for Brandon Jones to get a win. I mean, for whatever reason, he can only win when he's in a Gibbs car. But I mean, he's done a good job since he's gone back to Gibbs there. So I'm pretty sure he's what, 5th or 6th in points, I think.
All that sponsor money Grandpa's putting up or whatever it is, he better be.
Yeah. By the way, before we get too further along for the racing, obviously, I'm filling in for AJ. Congratulations to AJ being becoming a new dad earlier this week.
Yeah, Yeah, congrats, AJ. I went over. Well, I went Tuesday. Saw little junior. Saw him Tuesday night at the hospital, and then took my wife over yesterday morning. We went over and saw him. So
Nice.
good, quiet little guy. Sleeps a lot. You know, it's always good.
And on the theme of congrats, I also wanted to send congrats to our buddy Cody. He got married on Thursday.
Yeah,
Him and
saw
Summer. Yeah, I drove all the way up there to his wedding. It was a gnarly drive for me, but got to hang out with be at his wedding, hang out with him and Cooper, Jacob, Dalton, Bailey, all those guys. So had a good time up there. So two of our good friends having big weeks. So congrats to AJ and to Cody.
I'm gonna move into one of our quick segments we do. I'm gonna do NASCAR historian quick. Get that out of the way. Car 77 has started 1,126 races, has 2 wins, 5 poles, 34 top fives, 124 top tens in the Cup Series. In 2019, the newly formed Spire Motorsports started fielding Car 77 after purchasing the charter from now defunct Furniture Row 78 car. I'm not going to read all of this because there's a whole lot of non-driving fuckery going on here. So we're just gonna run through it. Garrett Smithley, Quinn Half, Reed Sorensen, Timmy Hill, Blake Jones, DJ Kennington, Justin Haley, 1 win in the 77 rain shortened race in what was that, 2019?
Yeah.
Daytona 2019.
July 4th weekend.
Yep. And then you go down through James Davison, Josh Malicki, BJ McLeod, Stanton Barrett, Jamie McMurray, Justin Allgaier, Josh Berry, Ben Rhodes, Stuart Friesen, Landon Castle, Ty Dillon, and then Josefar has been in there since.
Some of those names, I'm like, when did they drive that? I don't remember McMurray driving the 77.
McMurray drove the 77 car 2021 Daytona 500. It was
Wow.
an Advent Health Cards, white light here. Oh.
I was at that race. I don't remember that at all. Let's see what we got. Dude, I don't remember this at all. Jamie Mack.
And then you get that one. You get that one. Garrett Smithley, Hocevar, Eric Jones in the Furniture Row car. I do remember that one for.
I don't know how far you usually go back, but you got Sam Hornish Jr. as well back in the day.
It'll probably. I mean, he's the top one.
Is he?
Oh, actually, it's Brendan Gaughan in that car.
Oh, that Kodak scheme was sick.
Bobby Hillman Jr., Robert Presley. This car had Jasper on it forever.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one. That's Dave Blaney, right?
Yeah, Blaney, Brendan Gaughan, Travis Quapple, Sam Hornish Jr., and then you get into the old ones: Charlie Roberts, Greg Sachs, Ken Reagan, Joe Lee Johnson. Dude, this guy.
Whole bunch of non-driving fuckery.
Yeah. Oh, this was the funny one though, dude. Look, Dick Pisswater.
Dick Pisswater.
The guy's name's Dick Pisswater.
What? That's not real. That is not a real person.
I don't know if I want to really. I'm going to turn my stream off for a second. I'm going to Google
it. You don't want to Google Dick Pisswater? Like,
not going to Google Dick Pisswater. Not with my screen shared. Richard Pisswater was an American NASCAR driver. Oh, hold on. Where'd it go? Richard Pisswater was an American race car driver who raced in NASCAR and USAC stock cars. He won the 5th race of the 1953 NASCAR Grand National Series at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Sounds like Dick Pisswater was a driving fuck. Like,
Pisswater might. He had through his career, he had One win, that one. That was it.
Dude, Dick Pisswater is about to become like a folk hero in our lore.
Dude, he died locally here in 2020 in Sarasota, age 93. Rest in peace, Dick Pisswater.
R.I.P. We got to go find his, find his, I mean, do you think they went with Richard on the tombstone, or you think they went with Dick?
Oh. After the show, I'm gonna do some research. I'll get back with you on that one.
Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah, I've never heard of Dick Pisswater. That's a new one to me. Like
AJ's comment down there, did I not say last week because that name's coming on this week, the baby's gonna be born? He did call that last week.
so AJ knew Dick Pisswater was on the horizon.
He knew it was coming. It came up last week, and I was scrolling through, and I'm like, dude, 77 is one of the longest articles, and the last name on there was Dale Earnhardt. That was it. Dale Earnhardt, one start. He made one start in the 77 car.
Oh yeah, I do remember that, because then I remember
Chastain did a throwback to it when he was with Spire.
I have that 164 at my house somewhere when Hocevar ran that, or not. Chastain ran that.
But yeah, it was O'Reilly's was kind of a bore. No truck racing this week. We're gonna make this a quick one today because I got a cookout, and I know Travis is hungover and doesn't want to be here long. And really, there's not a lot that has gone on. Sonoma was decent last week.
Yeah, I thought Sonoma was actually like for road course standards of what we've seen the last couple of years. Because like,
it was everything we expected. The SVG show. I mean.
And that's the thing. It's like, I'm a Shane fan, but like it's always like I will take him actually being pushed and it being competitive over like him just driving away by 20 seconds. Like, and that's not like really like Watkins Glen or Sonoma. We're not him just like, I guess Watkins Glen kind of at the end, but definitely not Sonoma. Like Briscoe did a good job like holding on and staying with him. And I mean, I thought Briscoe was about to send him to Narnia and turn 11 on the last lap. I was like, well, he's getting wrecked.
Yeah, he definitely, he gave him a run for his money. And I think, like I said it on one of the other shows to AJ, I almost think these new packages made it more of a level playing field at the road courses. It's more of a tighter field. Yeah, you'll have guys run away because of different pit strategy and whatnot and how things unfold. But for the most part, like I think it's you can't even call who wins it because guys are coming from the back and winning them now.
Yeah.
It's not like 10 years ago when you had to have prime pit stall to get out and beat everybody off pit road.
Yeah.
So, I think it's a much level playing field. And the full course cautions as well. That's.
What'd you think of I guess, and I mean hindsight's always like you can, but like I feel like if Ty Gibbs just didn't just short pitted the stages like everybody else, like he might have won that race because I mean he drove back up to third even with like staying out and getting the stage points. What'd you think of the strategy there? Did you think they kind of screwed that up, or you think they played it right?
I think it could have gone either way. I think he kind of the gain of the stage points kind of evens out with the win. I mean, it's not like it's winning you're in and wins mean that much anymore. It's more about those bonus points and more about that stuff coming into the chase. So I think it was a smart play if a lot of these guys are basically saying they're racing for second.
Yeah.
Most of them know when they go to the road course, like they'll say they're racing for second. SVG's got them covered, barring anything happening, And I think a lot of them take that strategy into pitting and get the stage points and let him have his glory with his win. Just stack those stage points up.
And I think, I just think in general, because I mean, Briscoe stayed with him. Like, I think how bad Trackhouse is this year is making it like that much harder for like making Shane have to work that much harder to just like dominate these road courses. That's why Briscoe was kind of able to stay with him. And like, I think that's a big part of like, number one, just how good Gibbs is everywhere this year and like how terrible Trackhouse is that like Shane kind of goes into the weekend. Obviously, like he's got the skill advantage on the road courses, but he's really got to make up with it with just how out to lunch Trackhouse is speed wise. I feel like,
The most improved on the year. Like I said that to AJ, I think it was last week or the week before. Like huge improvement on the SVG side for sure. Or not,
yeah,
or I mean, not SVG. I mean, Ty Gibbs.
yeah,
SVG, I mean, his oval stuff is getting there. His qualifying's getting good. It's like his racecraft is off once he gets there. The dirty air kills him.
yeah. Like, because you saw the two races, like Charlotte and Nashville, when qualifying got rained out, and he started up front because of the
Mhm.
metric. Like, he was able to stay up there all day. Like, he's figuring out, how to stay up there and like how to put together a good race. It's just like, when you qualify 30th like he did today, it's still a lot to figure out to kind of like pick your way through the field. But, and that's just like I said, a testament to with Ross and Connor too. Like Trackhouse is just way off this year. It's kind of
Let's
like one of
let's
the
talk about while you just mentioned it. Let's talk about the metric for a second. The starting lineup last night for the O'Reilly race was like I don't get the metric. I don't understand. So like,
no.
excuse me, in a short track world, the way they do it is like if you're not there the week before, you tag the back. I think like Zilich and these guys up front. I'm not saying that's what should happen, but like, how do you have a guy who runs every week that runs decent has his metrics off? He's starting 26th or something like that, and you've got other guys starting 12th that wouldn't even be near the front. You know what I mean?
Well,
It
yeah, and
don't
it's
make any
almost
sense
like,
to me.
and I feel like guys like Zilich and Chase was running last night. Like, if you're not running for points, then I feel like that should carry over to the metric almost.
Yeah,
Like,
it goes by the car though,
that's true.
doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
Doesn't
it
it go by the
does.
car?
It does.
So like
So
Zilich got it because the ones run so good this year.
yeah,
And everybody else, the 88, same thing with those guys, how many ever wins they got and whatever else. But I just don't, I've never understood how they set that metric. I've always wanted to know.
yeah. Like, and same with, and like one of my biggest complaints this season in general, and I've seen like it's gaining traction with like other people, like fans and some drivers saying it too, because they use the metric to set the order for qualifying too, and like they need to go back to a random draw because like it's hurting the race product. I feel like when you run good, you win the race, you run up front, and then the next week it's like we use this metric to set the qualifying order, and like the same guys are going to qualify good every week because they get a good qualifying position. And it's like if we went back to a random draw with a car that's already hard to pass with, and then you're just giving the best cars like prime qualifying position, they start up front, they stay up front. I feel like it's like hurting these races where if you went back to the random draw, these cars like the 11 and the 5 and 19 and all these other 20, like all these other cars that are fast every week, like if you went back to a random draw for qualifying and they actually had to start the race with a little bit of adversity. I guess the 11's kind of an exception because he took the pole away from himself at Nashville, and then so, he had to earn it then. But, I just feel like they should go back to the random draw for qualifying and kind of shake it up a little bit more instead of just having the best cars starting up front every week.
Now, now if it rains out, would you use that same random draw to start the field?
Um, I might, I don't know. You'll probably disagree with this, but my idea for like rainouts was invert the previous, like, remember during COVID when they
Mhm.
would do that invert?
Yeah,
I think if it's a rain out qualifying, they should go back to that invert like they did during COVID. I think it was those double header races when they did
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And that's what I would do. So like if it rains out, then whoever finished last the week before, like put him, I guess not last because you don't want Cody Ware up there, but I think it was top 20
Hey,
invert
Cody
they
Ware's
did
led
then.
laps on a super speedway this year. Leave him alone.
That's true. That's
You know
true.
who else did? AJ, tell him who did.
The Finch man,
Chad Fincham.
the GOAT. But yeah, I think it was top 20 invert is what they did during COVID when they had those doubleheader races.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish for a rain out they would go back to something like that and just do an invert for the starting order. And I don't like
Throw a random invert in after stages.
that would be fun. I would always be down with stuff like because like I just feel like it's you're not setting with the complaints with this car and how hard it is to pass and everything. It's like if you're just putting the best cars up front, like you're not you're not maximizing the chances to like actually have a good race with this car because like then those cars are already the best cars and they're just going to drive away. Let's see, who did he say? Led some laps, heard some guy yelling at his hauler when it was passed by a hotel in Georgia.
Lots of semi drivers, dude. Lots of hauler guys said they saw some random fat guy on the side of the highway screaming at him.
AJ is like what more than NASCAR and racing itself. AJ loves haulers more than he does NASCAR.
He does. He does.
Why don't we do like a hauler race?
Dude, they used to do a hauler challenge back in the day.
Did they?
They
I
used
never
to
knew
do
that.
Oh, dude, I'll have to see if I can find it. It was like NASCAR hauler driver challenge or driver challenge, something like that. And they made them like do an obstacle course and all sorts of stuff.
Do they drive bobtail truck or like with the trailer?
No, it was with the trailer.
Oh, dude, that would be like if we had a hauler race, what would be the best track to have a hauler race at?
Martinsville.
Oh, that would be insane. Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah, why don't we do that? Well, like that's our new petition to like spice things up. Give us a hauler race. Dega. Dega would be I was thinking like road course would be crazy too. Imagine how wide they would have to take those turns.
Ooh. Bristol.
Bristol. They can hardly get the haulers into Bristol as it is.
Dude, I'll have to see if I can find that.
Yeah, I've never heard that before. That's
It
yeah,
was
that would be
like
fun.
it was probably mid 2000s or so, I'd say they did it.
Dude, I don't remember that at all.
And it might have
It's
been like a special thing they did for like RPM Tonight or one of them shows.
at
Maybe
94,
that's
the
where it is.
Mayflower Trucking Company held a hauler driver challenge.
See, look at old Mr. Google over there, dude. Bet you didn't look up Dick Pisswater though.
Yeah. You got to go into a private browser if you Google Dick Pisswater. Your
Just for
wife's
you,
gonna look
buddy.
at your phone later and be like, "What were you looking at?"
Just for you, a little Keystone Light Apple.
There you go. That's a good one right there,
I dig it.
dude. They're
AJ
not bad.
AJ
Like
gave it to me as payment for helping him cut his tree down yesterday at his house.
I was skeptical when I first saw the Keystone Apple and I tried it and I was like, okay, this is actually not bad.
Our only Cindric fan, I did see what happened to Denny's hauler. That's actually what made it pop into my head. Because I don't know who told them to turn there, but that wasn't it.
Yeah, somebody took a wrong turn and was that like right by the track or?
It must have been.
Yeah, because yeah, you imagine if they're off the highway or somewhere off the track. Did you I talked to AJ about it, by the way. Speaking of like the hauler stuff, and he said they've done it a few times this year. Because I was watching the video when the NASCAR hauler was driving out to San Diego, and it was like some of the best like white noise to sleep to. It's just a truck driving through America, and it was like perfect, like relaxing, like white noise to sleep to. And also, like something about it was just the most simple, perfectly American thing possible. I don't know if you checked that out at all when they did that.
No.
But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. He said, I actually did look up Dick Pisswater. He won the 1953 race at Charlotte, then fucked off. He went to piss in the water
So
after he
maybe
won
this
that
is the
Charlotte race.
trucking challenge I'm thinking of, and it was the mid '90s because they're driving Mayflower trucks.
You got video of it?
I do. I'll start it over. Hold on. The sound is dog shit, so I'm not gonna put sound to it.
Okay. Let's see what we got. Oh, here we go.
Did they do some good slalom? I'll tell you. He about took those cones out though. Oh, he got one.
Ah,
He's digging.
dude, he's whipping that thing. Hell yeah. Dude, when I was so when I was in tech school, like my first job in the Air Force was like I drove like buses and trucks and stuff. And when we were in tech school, we had to do like cone courses on like buses, forklifts, tractor trailers and all that. And our like the rule was if you hit a cone, you had to like we had to go back in the classroom and we had to write a letter to the cone's family like, I'm sorry I killed your son,
That's
every
great.
time you ran one over.
That's great. I'm setting my fantasy lineup real quick.
I'll be at the track today. Oh yeah, have fun, man. So, who you like for fantasy?
How's the weather look for today? We looking decent today or what?
Oh, I haven't even looked yet. Who you like for fantasy? I haven't really. I mean, we have obviously never raced here, so
I got a couple guys I got to get some usage down on, so I figured I'd throw them in this week. I got Brad, I got C Bell, I got Bubba, I got the Dinger, I got Ty Gibbs, and I got Larson in my garage. I took Ty Gibbs over Briscoe, Hocevar over Gilliland, Cindric over Bowman, and I took Larson over Byron.
nice. Yeah, I got because I only have like 4 usages of like Hamlin and Reddick left, so I don't know if I should burn those up this week or save them.
I don't think I'm that low on picks on anybody. I think the lowest I have is 5.
Yeah, I think I got 4 Hamlin and 4 Reddick left, and like 5 Larson. Like
I've got
burnt.
5 Hocevar, 5 Hamlin.
See, I got a
else
lot of
is sick.
Hocevar.
I've used him a bunch and got a lot of points from him too.
What do you think about like what we're gonna see today? Because I kind of, a couple months ago when I was first thinking about this race, I thought it was gonna be like the way people are talking about it. It might not be as much as I thought, but I thought like it's gonna be pretty treacherous today with how rough that surface is, and like it's just so easy to bust your ass in the Cup car
I
with
think
how
those seams are what's really gonna make it interesting. You're gonna see if either they can put a tire on the seam and it kind of helps them, or if the seam's gonna hurt them going over it.
yeah.
I mean, I think it could go either way. Like they could use it as like like a cushion because it'll sit right on it if it's just right. But I don't know. I see it wearing tires.
Yeah, and there's also that big bump in 3 there that's always been there at Chicago. Um, I was kind of like, I guess the way I was thinking about it is like I think it might be something similar to Texas, where you know how Texas has kind of become like super treacherous, and you see a lot of guys bust their ass there just with how unstable this car is, and I kind of feel like we might see something similar to like Texas as far as like the attrition, but with better racing.
Yeah, and like honestly, I liked Chicago before. I thought
Yeah.
it was good, you know, and like you heard the reaction from those guys last night. Why have we not been racing here? You know, everybody loved it last night after the O'Reilly race. So, I mean, I think it's interesting because it does give it a reset. It gives it that old track feel because nothing's been there in what, 8 years,
Yeah.
7 years, whatever it is.
19 was the last one, so
So yeah,
7, yeah.
7 years. So like, I think this car there might be a decent package, but I don't know.
And it might, from the way things are sounding on, like, probably might be a one and done return there, because it sounds like they're bringing the street race back next year. So, and I don't imagine they're going to do Chicagoland and the street race in the same season. So I imagine if the street race is coming back, then Chicagoland probably falls back off. So this might
Same
be
day, hear me out. Same day doubleheader.
they have to drive from Chicagoland to the street course and then run the street course.
No, run the street course first. And then if you survive the street course, then you make the Chicagoland race and you can run that later at night.
Dude, I'd be down.
Let
You
me
need to
see.
find somebody to pitch this to.
Ain't nobody going to listen to some drunk hillbilly from Florida, dude.
You'd be like, I got a good idea. Call Dave Moody. Like,
Modi!
what do you think, Moody? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
You've got to be one of the stupidest people. Oh, dude, I've met him in person. He's cool as hell in person.
Yeah.
On the show,
Oh,
terrible.
he's such a great broadcaster too. And then like when he calls the races, like I think he's great. He's one of the best. And then yeah, when he does that show and like it's unlistenable. Like he's just yeah, I like the which to his credit, like it's hard to host 4 hours of live radio every day. Um and I'm sure it's worn on him over the years, just constantly having some of these idiots who call in. But yeah, not like I respect him, like and how long he's been around the sport and his contributions. But yeah, that show is a tough listen.
You've got to expect it, though.
Yeah, it's like you.
We don't have anything else. You think about it media wise now. We lost all of our, you know, NASCAR TV shows and stuff we had at night. Now we have Sirius. That's it. Like that's the only outlet really besides the actual race coverages that we have now.
And podcasts, but
yeah. Yeah, and I mean honestly, I think the podcast world is way bigger than a Sirius XM world right now.
Oh, that's not even close.
The download, Denny, you know, Harvick, all those guys, the podcast world is phenomenal. That's what I listen to like most of the time.
Even those like those goof YouTubers who I'm not like a big fan of, but like the Eric E-Steps and a lot of people, like I'm expecting to say that and then you're gonna be like Eric E-Steps actually my best friend. But you know, but like a lot of those guys like are big and they're like they're getting like a lot of young fans into the sport that way with those guys. So like that's kind of like their avenue.
Dude, YouTube is one of the biggest outlets right now.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, the followers that some of these guys have, and God forbid I mention it, but the followers that Cletus brings with his YouTube crowd is unreal.
That's unreal. Like, yeah, Cletus is great to have in the sport. Like, you know, you can have your debates on like whether you think he's worth a fuck driving or not, but just like having him a part of the sport is huge, and it has like brought a lot of eyes.
I honestly, I don't think it's a driving skill. I think it's a learning.
Yeah, no doubt. Like it's I mean, different than anything he's ever done.
Like I've said before, like they've got to start actually taking it seriously and not make it a joke.
Yeah. Well, he needs to just go run like
and I think they're working on it. I think they've gotten better, but when they first started, it was, oh, we're going to NASCAR. You know, they were making a joke out of it. Now he's here, and it's like, oh, shit, this is a lot more than I thought it was.
I'm bringing my buddy Squirrel, too.
Yeah. And I'm a huge Cletus guy, dude. I love Cletus. But it's just, You got to quit the circus act and get to racing.
He's got to run just like a full ARCA season. Like, I don't even know. Like, he doesn't need to be running these Xfinity races and stuff. Like,
I've heard
just
a couple rumors.
about
RCR might have 2 open cars next year.
oh yeah. Oh, ugh. So I mean, he does not need to
I've heard a
go
couple
full
things
time
swirling.
Xfinity.
No, not at all. But I think if you put him with Danny, that'd be a hell of a combo. I think Danny could teach him a lot.
Yeah, I hope Danny has the patience for that. But
I think Danny's right there with him, though. I think the two of them, they work together so well because their personalities are very similar.
yeah,
And you come into the sport, and I think that would help him having somebody else that has that same set where, like, his crew chief now, this is what we're doing, this is how we're doing it. Straight faced all the time, no joking.
yeah,
You got to have that little bit of, like, that's what Cletus is known for. You got to have that little bit of, energy with him to be able to make it succeed, I think. And I'm not making excuses for the guy, no matter what. Like, I love him. I think he's great, but they're just, I don't think he should be where he is. I think he needs to stay down, like you said, run a full season of ARCA. But what are you going to learn in ARCA that you're not going to learn in truck?
yeah. I guess it's the ARCA is
ARCA's
less
such a
competitive.
joke. Yeah, it's such a
Yeah,
joke now.
and it's
I
like
mean, it's the same engine.
if you do a full ARCA season, like you can learn racecraft and actually have some decent runs with like not like a million people watching. Give me 1 second. I'm going mute real quick.
You are on mute. AJ, are you here? If you are, who's your pick for today? Because I am
Sorry.
going to go. You're good. You're good.
What?
Who you picking for today?
Well, I don't want to go chalk, but like I feel like it's just gonna be the Hamlin show again, and I'm not thrilled about that. But if I had to make a pick, like he's probably the pick. I'm sure the odds are he's probably like plus 200, or it's like I'm sure it's really low with how dominant he's been. But it's hard to go against the Gibbs guys right now in general. I guess to not go, I think it'll be Hamlin, but I won't go too. I won't go too chalk with my official pick. So give me Briscoe. Say he breaks through and finally gets one.
Give me Seabell.
I mean,
Seabell needs a little comeback.
It's the Toyotas. I mean, it's
all day.
like, and yeah, I mean, we're about halfway through the year now, so I mean, we'll see if anybody else can make gains on them. But the Toyotas are really just running away with it every week, pretty much.
So now that you said that, give me your first season. Give me your review. Like, how do you feel about the first half of the year so far?
I've not been very entertained, to be honest. I don't think there's been a ton of great races. Like the Toyotas are so far ahead of the field that it's like we had half the season was Reddick dominating, and then the other half of the season's been Hamlin dominating, and it's just been kind of like I haven't been too enthusiastic about it, and I feel like this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but where the playoffs I feel like saved some interest is like even when you didn't have a bad race, you kind of had the storyline of like, oh, like so and so's up there. If they find a way to win this race, like they're going to make the playoffs, and it kind of like always added like a layer of drama to things that kept it compelling. I feel like to me, even if the race wasn't the best, whereas now it's like you have a bad race, the same guys dominate, and then like the biggest story of the week is like, oh, like so and so went from 14th to 11th in points. And it's just like, man, like that just doesn't move the needle for me personally. And I know, like I said, I know that's an unpopular opinion because I know the feedback thus far, we'll see if it stays that way, has been mostly positive about the point system. But I feel like the point system just kind of like takes some of that like week to week excitement and drama away. Where like I said, somebody jumping from 14th to 11th in points just doesn't move the needle for me.
No, and I mean I think the competition level besides the guys up front has been decent. I think
Yeah.
the race from 5th to 15th has really been the window of where the good racing has been most weeks, and it's never been the same group of guys. It's always, a good mixture of different people. I think it's been, you know, take away the Toyota dominance. I think, competition wise, it's been okay.
Yeah. I just like the last few races, like, San Diego was exciting and then Sonoma was all right. But like some of those races, like before that, like I thought Pocono was awful. Nashville was good. Um, Charlotte, I was there. That I mean, throw that out. That was just a weird weekend in general. Um, Dover was bad. Like I feel like the last couple months, it's been kind of like a lull.
Yeah, yeah, I think so too. I'm hoping maybe, the next few weeks we get back into a good little run. What do we have coming up?
After this weekend.
Yeah, we've got
Atlanta next weekend. I'll be there.
Atlanta, Wilkesboro, Indy, Iowa, Richmond, New Hampshire, Daytona is the last 8 races. So
I'm
should
glad
be
they
a
got a
good.
points race back at Wilkesboro, but 400 laps there is going to be a snooze.
That's going to be a tough one.
Yeah. All Sunday nights coming up, by the way. Sunday night this week, like the next 3 weekends are all Sunday night races.
Oh shit, they are. Okay, I can get down with that though.
Oh, I hadn't asked you yet. We hadn't talked about it yet, but what are your thoughts on the tournament? Like, keep up
Big
with that at all?
shakeout.
Does that
Oh
move the
yeah,
needle for you at all?
yeah. I mean, I've got a bracket going. I didn't do terrible last week. I lost out on the. I had Reddick and I had Keselowski. So Bowman beat Reddick, of course, and Cindric beat Keselowski. So that killed me on that side. The other side, I was pretty good, other than the fact that I took Chastain and Bell.
Yeah, I think I took Chastain as well. That's one of the ones I missed. I took him. I took Reddick as well. I did the Ty Dillon over Denny Hamlin again, which almost hit. If I don't know what happened to Ty Dillon late in that race, but like after Hamlin spun, it looked like that was going to happen again,
Yeah.
and that would have been hilarious.
I missed the beginning of the race last weekend. And I turned it on, and when I turned it on, Reddick was like 6 laps down. I was like, "What the hell just happened, dude? It's gonna be number 1 seed out again, all over."
Yeah.
Who do you
Um.
have overall?
I had Elliott over Blaney in the championship.
Hocevar over Hamlin.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I had Hamlin out over Ty Dillon, so that's probably going to end up screwing my bracket because, like, granted, next week's going to shake the whole thing up, like
Oh yeah,
Atlanta, like whoever can survive that.
I'm excited about Atlanta though.
Yeah, me too. It's the best track we got right now.
Yeah. What else you got,
Um,
dude? Anything? What races you going to coming up besides today?
um, I'm going to Atlanta next week, and then I think rest of the season I'll do Darlington and Talladega, and that'll probably be it for me.
You're not coming down to Daytona?
Not this time. Not this. It's tough with Darlington and Daytona being back to back, like
Yeah.
because it's a pretty long drive for both of those, and Darlington's such a great weekend to go to the race with it being a holiday weekend and stuff. I usually do that one every year. So I've done that Daytona Darlington back to back a decent amount of times, but I try not to do that one every year because that's a lot of driving 2
You're
straight
just gonna
weeks.
turn it into a triangle, bro.
Yeah.
Come down and go up and then go back over. You're good.
Dude, I did 2022. I went to Daytona, and then that's when they did the first race back at Wilkesboro when Junior was driving the Sundrop car.
Yeah.
In like the middle of that week between Daytona and Darlington. So I did Daytona, Wilkesboro, Darlington, all in like a week span. Like that was a fun trip.
Dude, when I was doing the traveling around with Armor, I did the worst I did was 4 weeks in a row. And I left my house and I didn't get back here for 4 weeks. It was like some North Carolina. So I went to Charlotte, I think. Then I went to Dover. Then I went to Talladega. And there was one more. I don't remember what else was in there before I got home. Oh my God, dude. I was done. But it was like I had a blast. It was awesome. But it
You were
was
just
like,
like, I'm never leaving my house again.
oh, dude. Dude, it was rough. That was a rough one. But no, dude, I appreciate you coming on today. Appreciate you filling in for the old AJ. I know he's here hanging out with us, but appreciate you coming on. What's your outlook coming up? What do you see? We said the next couple races might be interesting. What's your outlook on that?
Yeah. I think obviously Atlanta's going to be amazing. That's it's like I said, it's the best track we got right now, and yeah, it's going to be like we're getting closer to the chase, and these like Hendrick and Penske and the other teams you expect to see competing for a championship are going to have to find something to gain on these Toyotas heading into the chase, or it's just going to be a Hamlin Reddick runaway for because that's the other part of that is like as good as the Toyotas are. I feel like Bell and Briscoe and Bubba, like most of those guys are kind of too far back in points and haven't capitalized on things enough to compete for a championship. So like the way it's setting up right now, and if like Hendrick and Penske don't make some serious gains, it's just going to be a Hamlin Reddick championship battle the rest of the year, and that is what it is. So it's like that's what I'm watching for the next few weeks is like Hendrick and Penske. Like the clock's ticking. Like you better figure it out soon, and because the chase is coming up, and it like you're not going to be able to like put pieces together and like workshop your way through the chase like you were the playoffs. Where like the playoffs, it's like you could hit a week, miss a week, but if you win that week, like you're good. It's like now it's like you better have a great 10 weeks. And it's like those other teams that you expect to compete for a championship, like the clock's ticking for them to figure out how to put together like a championship level 10 weeks. And like the other Toyota guys, like I said, like they're probably too far back in points that they're not going to be able to compete for a championship. So it's setting up like somebody's got to throw a shot at Hamlin and Reddick, or it's just going to be those two battling for the championship, and that's what we got the rest of the year.
Yeah, and one other thing I wanted to ask you about was the Ford stuff. Like I've heard a lot of rumors about Ford backing their motorsport stuff down.
Yeah, I noticed something about Ford that tells me a lot about like where they're at. Is like there was like a Ford racing commercial, and it was like F1 and the Red Bull stuff and like some sports car stuff. And like it was like a minute long ad, but like it was no NASCAR. It was like every other motorsport they're involved in besides NASCAR. And I think them getting into F1 and partnering with Red Bull is like taking their give a shit away from NASCAR for lack of a better term.
Well, like
Um
I've seen some stuff about this push for Dodge for next year.
yeah,
And
I
some of the rumor I've seen is that camp could possibly be going that direction.
you think all of Ford or
No, Roush,
oh
Keselowski.
Well, Brad
for
tweeted
sure.
that they're not. I'd have a hard time.
I'll believe
You
it when I see it.
you never say never, but as long as like Jack Roush is still affiliated with them, like that'll always be a Ford team.
Did you not see what I shared this week?
Mm.
Dodge Ram and Roush just partnered together. Roush
Really?
Performance. Yes.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'll send it to you when we're done here. I gotta find it. It's in my phone.
No, I didn't see that, but that definitely changes things. If that's the case, that opens up a door that I didn't know was open.
That's what's got me kind of wondering, really. That
I
and
mean, dude,
Brad's relationship with them before. I mean,
and you imagine like if Dodge is going to go to Cup next year, like are they just going to go with Colleague? Like you imagine there would be another team there.
no, you can't go with mid-grade Colleague. I mean, you gotta throw it in the mix. Like if you're coming in, come in swinging.
Yeah, Trackhouse is one I've always wondered about. Like, are they really happy with Chevy? Like, are they kind of content being the third or fourth team there at this point? Or
I
like they're
think
a
the
team that I could
problem
see.
with Trackhouse, I don't think I said it in here, but I said it like talking one night with AJ. Their problem is that when they first started their NASCAR program, they were dedicated to their NASCAR program. Now they got MotoGP, they got Supercross, they got this, they got that. They branched out way too much, and I think it's like it's took the attention off of the NASCAR side.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's kind of weird now, like where like Spire has kind of surpassed them as like the second Chevy team
Yeah, and there's a lot of speculation about what's going to happen there next season. Is
at
Michael
Spire.
McDowell? Yeah, is Michael McDowell going to stick around?
Yeah,
No.
I mean McDowell's like 45, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like you could, I mean he's at that age where it's like he's probably only got a couple years left.
Michael McDowell is 44.
44, yeah.
Well,
So I mean I could,
40. He'll be 45 this year in December.
yeah. So I like yeah I could definitely see him deciding to retire and like he's kind of just not like Suarez and Hocevar have both been killing it this year and McDowell's kind of like not having a bad year, but compared to what those two are doing, like he's pretty far behind them.
He's had a lot of wrong place at the wrong time moments for him too.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna let you hop off of here, dude. Get your stuff done. I got stuff to take care of too. Appreciate you coming on, filling in for AJ.
Yes, sir.
Check us out on all the socials. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. Check us out. We'll be back next week, and AJ should be back with me. And again, Travis, thank you, sir.
Absolutely, man. I'll see you guys and yeah, I'm sure I'll be back on at some point before the end of the season. So you guys just let me know. But absolutely anytime you guys need me, I'll make it happen.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Yes, sir. I'll see you.
Thanks.